let me write to bring light to the women. Many of them fight trife, not winning. Workforce, working chores, no credit. Dominant male forces course, so dead it. We should take first steps and discrimination. Already in need of help, but we hit the patient. They can barely fend when the male puts his foot down. Raise his voice with the boys, look the female shook now. Mad boys use ploys, girls could be in danger. But when flipping scripts, they can easily slay her. They can rip her to bits, the power difference is insane. It's so sad and bad that it had to be this way. It's a fact, it was cracked what certain boys did. Lack of sense and selfish, weakness is exploited. Act expensive, helpless, young and beautiful sisters. All for pleasure while you measure them, you dirty misters. For them it's too much pressure, we should treasure and respect them. You should too, bro, from their hole they eject men. I feel like we owe certain souls apologies at the butt end of many animosities. Perspectives directed to you to give you different views. Rapists hop and don't get caught by cops, forget the news. Seldom landing proper jobs, plus taking care of kids. When they need to make amends, some men act like terrorists. Hey friends, do you see the trends and how unfair it is? I hope you do. Try thinking, defer, selfish endeavors, existing, never meant just for pleasure. Hey! Ain't we seeing what we doing to our women regardless of their innocence? They caught between ignorance and I find it quite ironic. Those who perpetrate, guess who made them? They got a bit of limitation, yet some men still wanna rape them. Disrespecting origin, the source of us horrifically. Listen up, I'll let you guys in on a little mystery. The cost to keep hygiene pristine, expenses just to keep clean. But you know what I mean? Now add inflation, historically suppressing since colonization. Often greeted and treated with disrespect collectively. Some feed women seen based on looks objectively. Some lean on a teen anthropological person to rely on your eye to get to know a person. Men will lie to get inside just to please their Jimmy. Some harass, which is rash just because they're pretty. Just for ass, some get slashed cause a man can do it. Women can't defend against rape, the assholes do it. 2010, 18% of females raped in United States. Girls living in third world sadly had most dire fates. What's worse, many jerks acts when unreported. Rapes happening every day, history doesn't record it. Fiancés are to blame, accounting for 3/4 of domestic abuse. Here's a fact, the wage gap makes the women sing the blues. Taxed while the business lasts. For every dollar a man makes, they make 82 cents because the manager is snakes. Men are veered towards STEM where the money's deeper. Girls assure positions as caregivers and teachers. The world has diverted opinions of women to low status jobs. Males prevail as lawyers, managers and astronauts. Females entail secretaries, child workers and nurses. Realize the prize, minimum wage inside their purses. Society says they specialize in careers that are drearier. It sucks because it shows life's a bitch if you're inferior. They love too much to say that women are caring, men are strong as bears. But the world is after power, the payroll doesn't care. Try thinking, defer, selfish endeavors, existing, never meant just for pleasure. Hey! Ain't we seeing what we doing to our women regardless of their innocence? They caught between ignorance and I find it quite ironic. Those who perpetrate, guess who made them? They got a bit of limitation, yet some men still wanna rape them. Disrespecting origin, the source of us horrifically. Listen up, I'll let you guys in on a little mystery. The cost to keep hygiene pristine, expenses just to keep clean. But you know what I mean? Now add inflation, historically suppressing since colonization. To top it off from the bottom, depressing like a stay in prison. Watch a sadness blossom for the women facing racism. Marginalized men oppressed, the women have it twice as worse. He left the sperm cell and left her with a child's birth, or in need of birth control, a pill that costs a bill. Disappear like a mole until it happens still. Topple all the shelves in your stores, you have to clean it up. Problem in the tell you left alive, she has to feed the cubs. Leaving duties for your actions without some help is selfish. Some force it to happen, my intestine can't digest this. But wait, I lost my place in the suppressive matrix. I was stating the hatred that the girls face from the racist. Let me talk about indigenous, missing with 0 witnesses. Girls murdered brutally, the cops have never given shits. You can add the math to why that situation's bad. I wish it was a fad that lasted way back. But reality is strife, all kinds of stereotypes can rupture someone's might and violate their rights. Add that to the women's plate, now that is a bigger weight that holds them down and berates and takes away their great. They can't do things bravely without worrying about safety. Lately they've had to sell their bodies to make cream, and the males are loving it, giving money for the rush of it. It's puzzling, where's this love when they face injustices? I think it's time to stand up, surrender with our hands up, man up. Give them more doors that don't slam shut. Give them more respect where inequality intersects with their set of capabilities and rights. Do some pirouettes, turn the tides where power meets them, cause they have the right of freedom. No reason to minimize their important place within our legion, facing our chip each year. The oppression, do you see clear? Breach gears, we should change our ways. I will teach ears to stand for our women, cause without it we wouldn't be here. Ain't that the motherfucking truth?